beautiful souls. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining me today for the next episode of Awakening from the Haze. I'm so glad you could be here with me today. So the Love Seed Oracle card that I pulled is Earth Pulsing. Pulse of the Mother, slow down, take time in nature. A mysterious pulse is woven through all of life. Planet itself has a rhythm. You can see it in the seasons and the tides and in the Schumann resonance. That is the Earth's frequency. I believe it's 7.63 hertz. In our world of artificial lighting, long work hours, and modern conveniences, it's easy for us to feel stuck and off kilter. It's time to reconnect with nature and surrender to the pulse of the earth. Earth pulsing is my favorite tool for surrendering to the rhythmic pulse of the mother and the entire universe. Today, many of us are disconnected from the land beneath us. Somewhere along the way, a severing happened, a moment when it became too painful to stay connected. We feel unsupported and as if we don't belong. We look to other people and the external world to fill the void of the connection, holding and belonging once given to us by the earth, taking, clutching, conquering, longing for others to receive us fully as the mother once did, forgetting that she's still there, waiting for us to remember and activate the part of us that longs to receive her embrace. When you consciously connect with the earth, a veil is lifted and she opens up and receives you more fully. You're able to drink from her sweet waters and release what no longer serves you. Stagnant energy falls away and you become connected to all things on the planet. So back to that stagnant energy. That stagnant energy, or that stuck energy, I'm finding you need to recognize it when it happens. And I'm seeing a pattern here in my own personal life where I will have these times when I get bored of my daily routine. I get bored of the things I'm learning about. I get bored about the twin flame journey. I get bored about my tarot readings, and I just get into this stagnant, stuck place where nothing is appealing to me. About a week ago or so, I felt that way, and I made some changes, not only in my perspective about the twin flame journey and turning it on myself and not focusing on this other person that may or may not be a part of my life in the future. I really turned it and put it on myself, and I changed my routine of everything that I did. Instead of drinking coffee every morning, I drank tea. Instead of getting up in the morning and watching my Kate's Regretless Life, shout out to Kate, I got up in the morning and I went and sat out on the porch and I didn't listen to anything. I changed and deleted all my subscriptions on my YouTube channel of all the different people and resources that I had been listening to about spirituality, about weather, about solar, all these different aspects of my life that I've been taking in pretty much daily for a while now. I just changed it all up. I needed something different. And in that process, I had a Lyme's exacerbation. I came down with Lyme's and Rocky Mountain fever in June of 2022. Within a couple weeks, it put me in a wheelchair, which has led to almost an entire year of healing from that. And not to sit in victim mode, I'm just giving you a little background. So right after I made that change, I went into a physical Lyme's exacerbation. It almost felt like a purging where I could not get out of bed for days. I had swelling in my joints. I had the Lyme's headache going down the back of my neck. And not only did I feel like I had spiritually become stuck and the energy had become stuck, but then it kind of had a physical kind of reaction. And in that physical reaction, I did some healing and some resting and just had been spiritually burned out. I had been going at it for months now and taking on a lot of different new avenues, following my soul's purpose with the YouTube channel, Awakening from the Haze playlist. And I just did a full shutdown and took some time to heal. And in my healing yesterday, I came across a couple of videos about grounding. It came from Stephen Burns, who is a physicist teaching us about about the Earth's magnetic fields and the Schumann resonance and the solar cycles and the galactic cycles. He was talking about grounding, and then I came across 2 other videos about a gentleman in Alaska who started grounding and passed it along to all his residents in this small Alaskan town, and how they saw all these miraculous health effects. And that came into this other grounding movie, the movie called Earthing. And all of that told me that as we receive in these energetic vibrations and the solar activity that has been coming in on a regular basis, that we absolutely need to ground, that we need to put our feet on the earth. And that is something that I had not been doing. I wear rubber sandals. It's been cold. I don't spend a lot of time outside except for on my porch. And so after feeling really crappy for a couple days, I literally just went out there and laid on the ground in the sun yesterday for a couple hours. And even by last evening, I started feeling better. And this morning, I've already gone out. It was raining. It's cold. I took my shoes and socks off. I walked around the yard with the cats, and I grounded once again. And all of a sudden, I can feel me coming out of this slump, and this Lyme's exacerbation has resided. I don't feel the joint pain this morning, and my energy level is back. And this is all connected to grounding. So, with that said, as an energetic being, which is something we're just now starting to understand, our brain is electricity. Our heart is electricity. Our nervous system is electricity. We are 85% water. So every water molecule is electricity. So by wearing rubber sole shoes, which started in about the 1960s, from what I understand, as a society and as an energetic being that we really didn't understand that we blocked grounding from Earth. Past ancestral Indian heritage, they knew and appreciated and loved Mother Earth and knew what Earth gave back. And they walked on the Earth with bare feet so that they were connected. But what we didn't realize after years as a society, and that this movie, Earthing, had taught me yesterday, is that we have blocked ourselves from connecting with the Earth and have kept our bodies charged in a positive state rather than a negative electrical current. Like it's supposed to be. Charged up is inflammation. Charged up is autoimmune disorders. Charged up is heart fluctuations and arrhythmias. Charged up causes all these different diseases and autoimmune disorders because it causes inflammation in the body. Every autoimmune disorder is inflammation. Heart disease is inflammation. So putting all these pieces of the puzzle together in the last couple days and realizing that Lyme's disease is an exacerbation, is inflammation, which probably has a whole heck of a lot to do with what I'm eating. I recognize that. My diet has to be very clean and low sugar, but also it's about not connecting with the earth, not allowing the energy in our bodies to flow through and connect with the earth, to then change our positivity electricity in the body to a negative, thus calming it down. The word disease, dis-ease, means not at ease. Your body is not at ease with itself. Something is wrong. It is telling you you have a problem. So Earthing, I looked into, and when I watched that movie, it was so amazing because they're saying this has to do with Alzheimer's disease. This has to do with psoriatic arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. This has to do with multiple sclerosis. And if you haven't seen that movie, please find that movie on YouTube called Earthing. It was absolutely incredible. And firsthand knowledge, I noticed a difference just in 2 days of putting my feet on the ground without my flip-flops on. And as a child, I rode a horse. I grew up on a farm. I planted. I had my hands in the dirt. I was always out in nature. I was a very grounded child because I spent tons of time outside and on my horse. And then as I got older and I became, a mother and a wife, and I got a job and had a career, that time of being grounded and being connected to earth just completely subsided. It no longer became a priority. I mean, think about how many hours out of the day that we actually solidly have our shoes off and they're placed on the earth. So I guess coming full circle, this card, Earth Pulsing, Pulse of the Mother, slow down, take time in nature. It was a reminder for me that that is a priority in my life. Or at least it needs to be again, especially having a chronic illness like Lyme's disease and Rocky Mountain spotted fever, where I get exacerbations of inflammation. So I just encourage everybody. Spring is right around the corner. Things are going to start to get nice. The flowers are going to start to bloom. My daffodils are already in bloom. I have a rototiller that is coming today that's going to get put together. I have my plant seedling started and my light tent, my grow tent going. And my goal for this spring is to put in a garden for the first time up here on the Blue Ridge Parkway. And me and my sons are very excited about doing this as kind of a joint endeavor. And there's going to be a lot of rototilling. I'll take volunteers if there's anybody out there. But part of grounding is connecting with the earth. And I would have had a garden in last year except for I got sick. But I am so looking forward to getting my hands in the dirt again, going back to my childhood where I was able to plant and harvest and grow and hay and ground. It's all about grounding. As these solar energetic beams of light are coming in from the sun and from the galaxy, and our bodies are upgrading and we're shifting and our DNA is changing, and we now understand that we're energetic light beings. It is an essential part of staying healthy and balanced both in mind, body, and spirit that we connect with the earth. So take your shoes off and get outside and walk around your yard, and I guarantee you, now, I'm not giving medical advice. I'm not a doctor. I can't do that. But I can tell you that if you take off your shoes and you put your feet on the ground, you are going to feel a wave of calm come over you, even if it's just for 15 minutes. If you do that every day for 15 minutes, you will feel your anxiety start to fade. You will feel your joint pain start to fade. Find that movie, Earthing, and watch that. It is some of the best advice that I've received along this journey, and I just wanted to share that with you today. And I'm sending light and love to everybody, and I hope you have an incredible day and an incredible weekend coming up.